Well, friends, I don't usually comment on political issues or what Operation Dudula in particular is doing. But after watching this video, where Operation Dudula, or some members rather of Operation Dudula, were busy abusing children, I felt so much pain and I felt the need to come to you and address what I just witnessed from at least a Christian point of view or a godly point of view. You know, um, some members of Operation Dudula decided to abuse children by chasing them away from school. And they did not even do that in a dignified way. They did that in a very nasty way. And just a disclaimer, not all South Africans hate foreign nationals, but this vigilante group by the name of Operation Dudula has been doing a pretty good job of destroying the image of their country, South Africa.
Waphuma mazayisa yodwa bapha abantu bakithi because kuthiwa siyi-majority esikoleni. Hawu. Pusep, bora, pusep. Asikho njena thina, asikho nje. Pusep.
But I want to say that you have really gone too far, because God is very particular about children. In fact, God is extremely protective of children. Hence, the Lord Jesus Christ warned, be very careful how you handle these little ones. Talking about children, because their angels behold the face of my Father. What Jesus Christ is saying there is that children are so pure, and owing to their purity, their angels have got direct access to the throne room of God. So you need to be very careful, because their angels will tell on you, and God will pay you a visit. And you don't want that, my friend. Be very careful how you treat children. They went to this particular school and they were chasing children in a very nasty way. They were traumatizing children. And then they began to beat some of the parents of these children. Who does that? What they're doing there is that they're traumatizing these children. When these children watch their parents paying a price for just sending them to school. Year after year, these South African schools send a plea to parents and request them to at least apply 6 months prior to the new year, where many children will be attending new schools. In other words, if you want your child to get a vacant at a school in January, you must at least apply in June. That is 6 months prior. But of course, they did not do that. They did not apply for their children. But as you can already imagine, most foreigners take their children's education very serious. So these foreign nationals heed the request of the schools by applying for their children 6 months prior to January. Now come January, their children are going to school. That is when Operation Dudula is showing up and saying, wait a minute, our children don't have places in these schools, and yet foreign nationals are occupying their spots. As you can already imagine, most foreign nationals are coming from countries that are not doing so well. And so when they come here, they are very serious with work. Some of them are working low-paying jobs just to take care of their families and send their children to school. Some of them sell tomatoes just to earn a living. By the way, they are paying school fees at these schools. So they are legitimately sending their children to these schools, because the school has to scrutinize if these children qualify. But here you are, Operation Dudula, coming to deal with these children in a very nasty way. Your punishment will not be compromised by God. You cannot play with God like that, because God protects children. And may I remind you that this world is not your home. Neither is it mine. All of us are just passing by here. Is that how you want to be remembered by the next generation? That you abused children? Shame on you. May your wisdom not fail you. And if you continue doing this, may God judge you swiftly.